Dogs also grieve. Understand the signs. Did you know that dogs also feel grief? When an owner or animal companion dies or disappears, the dog can go through a deep process of mourning. But since they can't speak, it's up to us to identify the signs. In this video, we will explore the behaviors that indicate a dog is grieving and what you can do to help. We will address everything with care and responsibility so you can understand how to act with empathy during such a delicate moment. We have divided this topic into 4 blocks so that you can have a better understanding of a dog's psychological state during grief. 1. What is canine grief? Grief in dogs is an intense emotional response to the loss of a loved one. Just like humans, dogs form deep bonds with family members, whether human or other animals. These bonds are built through coexistence, affection, and shared routines. When these bonds are broken, the emotional impact on the animal can be devastating and long-lasting. The dog may not rationally understand what happened, but it clearly perceives the absence of that beloved presence. The routine changes abruptly, familiar smells disappear, comforting sounds go silent, and all of this deeply affects the dog's emotional state. Moreover, dogs have a very strong emotional memory, capable of recalling interactions with the lost being, which further intensifies the pain of absence. It's important to understand that dogs interpret the world in a sensory way. They are guided by smells, sounds, and behaviors. When one of these elements suddenly disappears, they cannot rationalize the situation like we humans can. That's why the impact is emotional and behavioral. They feel the loss in their body, habits, and state of mind. This grieving process can last days, weeks, or even months, depending on the intensity of the bond and the animal's resilience. In some cases, the suffering can become chronic if not supported by emotional care and environmental changes. Some dogs develop symptoms similar to depression, such as apathy, isolation, and food refusal, which can compromise the dog's physical health. Another important issue is that canine grief is not recognized by everyone, which can lead many owners to ignore the signs or underestimate the pet's suffering. When we don't take it seriously, we miss the opportunity to provide the support they need. Therefore, recognizing grief in dogs is an act of empathy and responsibility. Understanding that they also love, suffer, and miss someone is essential for us to guide them through this period of pain. It's up to us, as guardians and caregivers, to be the support they lost. Because grief is not just a symptom. It is an expression of deep and true love. If you're enjoying our content, leave a like to help our channel grow. 2. Main signs of grief in dogs. Changes in appetite. Some dogs simply lose interest in food. They stop eating or eat much less than usual. This may happen because sadness directly affects the animal's digestive system or because mealtime was associated with the presence of the lost person or pet. In more severe cases, this food refusal can last for days and harm their health, requiring veterinary intervention. Lethargy and apathy. A grieving dog may spend long periods lying down, with a sad look, showing no interest in toys, walks, or interactions. Their vital energy seems reduced, as if they were depressed, with no motivation to engage with their environment. This lack of emotional energy can affect sleep quality, reflexes, and the animal's social behavior. Constant search for the lost one. Dogs that have lost someone may walk around the house looking for the one who's gone. They sniff clothes, go to the person's room, look at doors and windows expecting someone who won't return. This is a direct manifestation of longing and emotional confusion. In some cases, the dog may wait near the door for hours or sleep on the lost one's belongings. Howling or unusual vocalizations. Some dogs start to vocalize in unusual ways. They howl, whimper, or make sounds they never made before, especially at night. These sounds are an attempt to express pain and seek the lost companion. They may also be a response to the silence and emotional change in the house. Excessive attachment or isolation. The dog may react to grief in 2 opposite ways. Seeking the owner's presence more, becoming clingy and following every step, or isolating itself, staying quiet in corners of the house, avoiding contact and showing a desire to be alone. Both behaviors are reactions to emotional emptiness and should be observed with empathy. Destructive and regressive behaviors. In some cases, the dog releases emotional tension on objects. They start chewing furniture, scratching doors, or digging in unusual places. Regressive behaviors may also appear, such as peeing in inappropriate places or showing puppy-like behaviors. These signs indicate emotional overload that needs to be welcomed and addressed. 3. How to help your dog overcome grief. Helping a grieving dog requires sensitivity, patience, and dedication. The first step is to recognize that your pet is going through a real emotional process and that they need time to adjust. From there, you can take some steps to ease this transition and rebuild your companion's emotional balance. Maintaining routine is essential. Dogs feel secure when their environment is predictable. Regular schedules for meals, walks, and play help bring a sense of normalcy amidst emotional chaos. Try not to suddenly change the house's organization or daily habits, as this can increase the feeling of loss and confusion. Show affection more often. Affection, gentle words, and constant presence are sources of comfort for the dog. But it's important to respect the animal's limits. If they want to be alone, give them space. If they seek company, be there to support them. The ideal is to create an emotionally stable and welcoming environment. Mental and physical stimulation activities are also great allies. Interactive toys, scent games, new walks, and obedience commands help the dog get distracted, burn energy, and regain self-esteem. These activities positively stimulate the dog's brain, channeling emotional energy into something constructive. Avoid reinforcing sad behaviors with unconscious rewards. If the dog cries or barks excessively, for example, try not to always respond with treats or cuddling. Instead, redirect their attention to a light activity or offer calm company. The idea is to show that they're not alone but that it's possible to move forward with calm and safety. Lastly, if grief persists and the dog shows signs of intense suffering for weeks, consider help from a behavioral vet or a canine psychology specialist. Just like humans, some dogs need professional support to overcome pain. What matters is acting with love and responsibility, ensuring your best friend receives all the emotional support they deserve during this delicate moment. Subscribe to our channel and receive more videos about our beloved dogs. 4. How to help a dog in grief. Helping a grieving dog requires sensitivity, empathy, and above all, patience. Just like us, each dog reacts to loss differently. That's why there is no magic formula or instant solution. What exists are ways of support and care that can make all the difference in your best friend's emotional recovery process. Keep the routine. Predictability is essential for a dog's sense of security. When they're grieving, maintaining the routine of walks, feeding, and play helps rebuild emotional stability. Even if they don't show enthusiasm, the consistency of these activities offers comfort. The routine works like an anchor that prevents the dog from getting further lost in the emotional confusion of loss. Welcome the suffering without forcing interactions. Your dog may need more contact and affection or may prefer to be alone for a while. Observe their behavior and respect their pace. Don't force them to play or walk if they're not ready. Silent presence, calm companionship, often speak louder than any attempt at cheering up. Just being there, nearby, is already a powerful gesture of support. Positive stimulation with caution. Introduce new toys, special treats, or light games, always respecting the dog's interest. Small moments of joy help release dopamine and relieve stress. However, it's important not to use these resources to force the dog to get over grief quickly. The focus should be on offering options so that they gradually feel comfortable with the world again. Presence and calming voice. Talking to the dog in a soft voice, giving cuddles, humming or simply breathing next to them creates an even stronger emotional bond. Dogs recognize our tone of voice and energy. Conveying serenity helps regulate their emotional state. Show that they are not alone and that even in a moment of pain, there is safety in being by your side. Avoid sudden changes in the environment. During grief, the dog is already dealing with absence. Moving furniture, abruptly discarding items of the lost one, or changing places they used to visit can increase the sense of loss. Keep items with the scent of the owner or other animal for a while, like blankets or toys. This provides a sense of continuity and olfactory comfort. Watch for worsening signs. If grieving behavior persists for many weeks with worsening symptoms, such as severe food refusal, extreme apathy, self-destructive behavior, or signs of physical illness, professional help is essential. Vets and behaviorists can assess if grief has turned into a more serious case of depression or anxiety. Carefully evaluate introducing a new companion. Many people think adopting another pet is the ideal solution for a grieving dog. In some cases, it can be beneficial, but this needs to be done carefully. The new pet should not replace the previous one, but bring new energy to the environment. Assess whether your dog is emotionally stable enough for this new interaction. Helping a grieving dog is a silent act of love. It is being present when they don't understand what they are feeling. It is offering stability amidst chaos. And above all, it is recognizing that their heart, although small, feels deeply. With empathy, listening, and consistency, you can guide your dog through this path of pain toward a new beginning. And in the process, strengthen even more the bond that exists between you. Reinforce the message of empathy with a powerful closing phrase, something like, "Grief teaches us that love doesn't end, it just changes form." This can leave a stronger emotional impact on the viewer. Have you ever faced emotional challenges with your dogs due to the loss of people or companions close to them? If so, comment below and share your story with others who are going through or have gone through the same experiences as you.